get started with Jacques.
Hey Jabril, it's been a long time since you guys played a game. I guess it'll be almost 3 weeks when you finally take the field. What have you been working on as a defense and the aspect of live tackling and getting out there and hitting people again? How do you guys stay sharp in that aspect?
Yeah, these past 2 weeks have been great for us. Being off, it's helped the development in the younger guys and getting more reps, and something that they wouldn't see if we were continuing on playing each weekend. But as far as live tackling and everything, we've been just going against each other and just making each other better. We've been having corrections on certain things that we've seen earlier in the season that beat us. So we've been trying to fix those because later on we might see those same exact plays that beat us early on in the season. So we've just been working on ourselves and fixing us.
Hey Jabril, hope you're doing all right, man. I guess just one question I had was going back to the Auburn game, it seemed like Micah really kind of had a breakout performance for him. After kind of rotating in there with Damone for a while. I mean, just what have you seen from Micah in that game, and then also in the weeks since, trying to adapt to a potential starting role moving forward?
Yeah, Micah had a great game. Auburn, everything that he did at Auburn was just a testament to what he's put in just behind Damone, and just showing everybody that his preparation and the ways he's studied, and also the extra work that he's put in with me and Damone as well after practice. So just him having that good game. Hopefully he can continue to build on that with these next five games going on, and just continue to thrive.
Hey Jabril, obviously you haven't been around the team too long as a graduate transfer, but is there anything that in the months you've been on campus that Zach von Rosenberg has done to reinforce the idea that he's so much older than everybody on the team?
Not age-wise, it's not really something that I just look at. I know I'm older, I have a lot more experience, but I just like to see everybody as one, and regardless of your age, because like Elias Ricks, he's a corner and he's a true freshman, so just everybody just coming together at a common goal, just knowing that regardless of your age, we all have to achieve it.
Jabril, last week, when was the first time you heard the Alabama game was going to be postponed and that Arkansas was next? And, I mean, how did you react to that initially?
Yeah, I heard of rumors throughout the week, but we didn't really hear about it until Wednesday. And early on, Monday and Tuesday, we were preparing and getting ready for them, regardless of what was happening and the amount of players out. But we were prepared to play them regardless of our situation.
Hey Jabril, want to get your thoughts on having to sit for the last couple of weeks coming off to Auburn. Sometimes you can flush it and move to the next game. Well, there hasn't been a next game for now 3 weeks, and just that bad taste in your mouth. And here you are, your season's at 2-3, and it could go in a lot of different directions. And you want to hopefully put your best foot forward Saturday and get this thing kind of rectified.
Yeah, it's felt like fall camp for us all over again with these extra weeks, but it's something that was good for us. It helped a lot of players get more healthy, and just helped us come together as a team and bond and just get better with the plays. And I think this is something that we're going to go into Arkansas and just show people that these last 2 weeks were good for us, and you can see as a program we developed.
Hey Jabril, this is Josh Sibley with Louisiana Ground Football. Coach O had mentioned earlier this week that you guys had issues with force and setting the edge. What have you seen over the past few weeks on film with communication issues, especially with that and with those calls?
Yeah, basically it's just been technique-wise. It's something that we've been working on these past off weeks, technique and getting our eyes right. But once we get that down, we'll not have that problem anymore of setting the edge.
Jabril, Terrace Marshall has told us his mentality more than once is to kill the guy across from him, whoever's trying to defend him. I just want to know, can you speak to that kind of edge that Terrence had, and did he kind of have some of that edge when he spoke to you guys as a team yesterday or whenever it was?
Yeah, Terrace, he gave us a great word and continuing to thrive and just telling the younger guys that this isn't over. We can still have our record be above positive and everything. But Terrace, he brings a fiery edge to us. He doesn't say much, but you know when he goes out on the field, he's all about business, and it's business for him, just like for everybody else on the team. So he's one of those guys that is a main leader on our team, and we all look up to him.
My question already got asked. Thanks, though.
Hey, Jabril, two questions. I mean, the first one, just yesterday you got invited to the Senior Bowl. I mean, what was that to you, and what did it mean to get that invite?
Yes, getting an invite to the Senior Bowl is a great honor. It's something not a lot of guys have the opportunity to accept. And just once Coach Panamsky told me about the Senior Bowl, I automatically wanted to accept it because it's something that you can't pass up, especially with COVID and everything that's been going on. So the coaches, they haven't been able to come and see us in person. So this will be one of the main chances, like the GMs and everything are able to see us in person. So it's a great opportunity that I couldn't pass up.
Yeah, I mean, it's good news for you. And throughout the week, I mean, I'm sure you kind of spoke to this earlier, and it's kind of a separate question, but I mean, on the field during practice, are there any? Was it strange that there were different people on the field, or like what? How did you handle that? And like, what could you kind of share those experiences on the practice field where it's kind of different?
Yeah, of course you can tell that a lot of the other guys weren't there, but the newer faces that we had beside us, we just helped them, and all the older guys, we continue to help them in showing them how LSU practices and the standard that we're held to. So we continue to try to build on that with the younger guys.
Jabril, one more question about the Senior Bowl, about the NFL. Scouts have not been allowed to watch y'all practice. They've not been scouts at practice. We haven't been there, so.
Oh no, they haven't.
Yeah. And can you talk about what you've seen of Felipe Franks and what he's brought to their offense, the Arkansas quarterback?
Yeah, Felipe, he's a great athlete. He's one of those guys that's not scared to pull it down and run, but he's also has a great arm. And also going back to Florida, you can see what he did at Florida. And he's brought his game from Florida over to Arkansas. So he's a great athlete. He has good weapons around him, pretty good running backs and receiving core. So just trying to contain him and stop what he wants to do would be something that we're going to focus on this week, going on this Saturday.
Hey, Jabril, I guess, also one of the challenges with not having some of your starters there, some of your other defensive guys, just kind of, being able to build, that camaraderie, from a disappointing Auburn game. I'm guessing just kind of, as they were quarantining, and you don't have to speak on anybody specifically, are you able to communicate with those guys that are quarantining and missing practice, and just kind of maybe some things you guys have discovered on the field without them and something that they could translate into this week? I mean, how has that whole process been?
Yeah, even though the guys were quarantining, they were still watching film, watching our practices, getting up to speed on things. They just couldn't be there physically. So technology has helped a lot during this whole process of having guys quarantining, and most of the guys are back now. So they're all up to speed, if not.
We'll end with William.
Jabril, I had a question about Arkansas's offense, and I wanted to get you mentioned some of the improvements you felt like you have maybe made the last couple of weeks with their shifts and motions. That gave you all problems early in the year, being out of position, misalignments. How do you feel like going in and trying to match what they do, the discipline it takes to match, to play their offense?
Yeah, it can be difficult if you're not aligned properly. They go fast. They're one of the fastest teams to get on the ball and set in the SEC. So just us, we're playing field and boundary. So whoever's to the field, you just get there right away and then look for the call. And it goes the same for the boundary. So just keeping it simple in that aspect of getting aligned will help us during the play.